All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're logging into the world of Korean fried chicken. I mean, how did this one dish get so much main character energy that it literally took over the world? Let's figure it out. Okay, let's just kick things off with a number that is kind of mind-blowing. In South Korea alone, there are over 36,000 chicken shops. And to give you some perspective on that, we're talking more locations than every single McDonald's on the entire planet. Yeah, this isn't just popular food, folks. This is a whole cultural institution. So, what's the secret sauce? What gives K-Chicken this incredible aura, this main character energy? Well, the secret isn't just in the flavor. A lot of it comes down to pure science. Okay, so this is where you can really see the fundamental difference. You've got your American-style fried chicken, right? It's got that thick, craggy, super breaded crust. A Korean chicken, it's all about that impossibly thin, crackly, almost paper-thin skin. It's a totally different ballgame. And this is how they pull it off. It is an absolutely brilliant technique, the double fry. So first, they fry the chicken at a lower temperature, right? Just to cook it all the way through. Then, and this is the key part, they take it out and let it rest. This little break lets moisture from inside come out to the surface. And then, wham, a second super quick fry at a really high heat. That blast of heat just obliterates that surface moisture, renders out all the fat, and what you're left with is that legendary, shatteringly crisp skin that stays crunchy forever. All right, so every hero has an origin story, right? And for K-Chicken, it all started with a completely different look. Let's rewind and check out the first draft. Yeah, before we got the wings and drumettes we all know and love today, there was Tongduk. This was the OG version. We're talking the entire chicken, roasted on a spit or fried whole with a super simple, thin skin. This was the foundation, the base model that everything else was built on. So this timeline really shows you the key level-up moments. Back in the 60s, rotisserie Tongduk just blew up and became a huge hit. Then, fast forward to 77, and you get the first real fried chicken franchise popping up. But the real game changer? 1984. That's when KFC lands in Seoul, bringing that American thick crust style to the mainstream. And that set the stage for a revolution. But see, that new American style, it had a bug. A critical flaw, especially for Korea's booming delivery culture. And this problem, it led to a revolutionary system update that would completely redefine the K-Chicken experience. So, what was the problem? It was simple, really. That thick American crust, yeah, it's great when it's piping hot, but give it 20 minutes, it gets cold, and worse, it gets soggy. Now, in a country where food delivery was exploding, that's a huge deal. I mean, who wants to get a delivery of sad, floppy chicken? Nobody. And the fix for this bug was just genius. In the 80s, a chef, or, a developer in our analogy, created the Yangnyeom Patch. This wasn't just any sauce. It was this perfectly balanced, sweet, spicy, savory glaze that was designed to not just add incredible flavor, but to coat the chicken and keep it amazing even after it cooled down. It totally solved the soggy leftover problem. Problem patched. Okay, so with the hardware in place, that's our double fried chicken, and the software installed, that's the Yangnyeom sauce. A whole unique culture started to grow around it. This is the meta, the unwritten rules of the game. And to really get K-Chicken, you had to understand this idea of guk rule. Think of it like the national rules or the house rules. It's the social etiquette, the gameplay that everyone just knows how to follow. It's not just about what you're eating, it's about the whole shared ritual. And here are the 3 core rules of engagement. Rule 1, pickled radish, it's mandatory. It's not a suggestion. That sweet, acidic crunch is absolutely essential to cut through all that richness. Rule 2, you have to respect the last piece standoff. You know what I'm talking about? That polite, silent battle where nobody wants to be that person who takes the final piece. And finally, Rule 3, navigating the drumstick glitch. It's the subtle, unspoken negotiation over who gets one of the 2 most coveted pieces, the drumsticks. Another huge part of the meta is chimak. It's a beautiful portmanteau of chicken and makju, which is beer. This combo, chicken and beer, it became a national pastime. It absolutely exploded in popularity during the 2002 World Cup and pretty much cemented itself as the ultimate way to enjoy the game, any game, really. So once that core gameplay loop was perfected, the developers, I'm talking about the big chicken franchises, they just started dropping a constant stream of what you can only call flavor expansion packs and DLCs to keep everyone hooked. And the 2000s, whoa, that was a period of just insane creativity, a true Cambrian explosion of new flavors. All the different franchises were battling it out, competing to innovate and create the next big thing, and that led to some of the most iconic tastes we have today. And this gave us some legendary flavor DLCs. First, you had the savory, super addictive soy garlic or ganjang chicken. Then came padak, which is topped with this huge pile of sharp, fresh green onions. And more recently, we've seen the rise of these savory cheese powders and, of course, that irresistible honey butter trend. The innovation it never stops. So you take all this history, all this science, and this constant evolution, and what you get is a dish that has an absolutely intimidating presence on the world stage. Today's K-chicken, it has what you can only describe as final boss energy. You know, there's this popular saying in Korea now that just captures it perfectly. Between birth B and death D lies chicken C. It's funny, right? But it's also this really heartfelt way of saying just how deeply woven this food is into the fabric of everyday life. So yeah, the game is clearly far from over. With a foundation this strong and a culture that's all about constant innovation, it just leaves us with one really exciting question. What's the next system update gonna be for the world of K-chicken?
K-chicken! 1,000 or say goodbye! Stay hungry, stay legendary! Chi-Chi K-chicken!